pretty serious stuff there, guys, this morning. Good morning. We are live here in Results One, and we're just, of course, thank you. Thank you for just pulling out in front of me because we're not driving a huge billboard.
Clown.
But clown, right? Oh, she called it. We'll give our first clown before we even introduce what we're talking about today. The clown has been counted. And ladies and gentlemen, I have the one, the only, our webmaster, web producer, the extraordinaire of our theme parks. Miss Haley Coons, good morning to you, ma'am.
Good morning. Thank you.
How are you?
Very flattering. I always say I'm a voice, but yes, it is very flattering to hear.
Well, you're a voice. You are a reason why some of us are as good as we are because we have people like you behind it. That's new.
That is new.
We'll be back through there, and we'll talk about.
We're nerding out right now.
So last time Haley and I were together were for the beginning or middle phases of some epic universe construction that takes place out here along Kirkman Road, which we're on right now, which is crazy.
And this is new. This is part of the Kirkman Road extension. Oh, you see Helios Grand over there? Oh my God! See, we're 6 months out. Which honestly, this is
we're gonna go this way. I was supposed to go that way, but we're gonna go this way. Did you guys? I wish she was on camera for that. She just totally fanned out.
I have not been this part yet because this is new.
This is newly opened, guys. So what we're looking at right here in front of us actually is Sand Lake.
Oh, we're gonna see the Helios Grand coming up here.
So Sand Lake has been risen.
Oh my God.
There's Helios off to the left.
Yeah. Okay.
Lockheed right there.
Yeah. Sorry, Lockheed. We're not really.
Yeah, we're not really interested in you guys today.
Yeah. So yes. Anyway.
Wow.
Why we are back where we are. I mean, obviously, there's no...
So that's exactly where we're at, right there.
Yes.
Right there.
Thank you, Thomas. That's great.
Our webmaster, Thomas, taking care of us there. But that is the intersection where we were just at, where things have really made a drastic turn. Last time we were out here, Haley, we could not head south there. We were pushed off onto Carrier. So they're definitely flip-flopping things out here and getting things done.
Yes. So, and yes, why we have reunited again is this is an important week because Friday marks 6 months until Epic Universe.
So this Friday, Universal is saying 6 months. They're going to open Epic Universe.
Yep, May 22nd. So, yeah, have that. Let that sink in.
I'm kind of getting excited.
Yes,
I'm a big Universal fan.
Yeah,
they do it right.
Yeah. And again, last time we were together, that was a question that we couldn't answer, and another big question that we couldn't answer was that what were ticket packages going to be like? Okay. And that alone will definitely impact how you're going to travel.
Are we going to be talking about that a little bit?
I think so.
All right. I was like, let's not just leave it to traffic. Come on, let me break the news here.
Yes.
So you found out basically what you do is you stay in the know on everything theme park related.
I try to.
Obviously, the big news right now is Epic Universe. A lot of transformation on our roadways happening, but this is a big deal for not only tourism but our local economy.
Yes.
And being 6 months out, seeing the new development here, what excites you the most?
I know I had to take a deep breath right there.
Hold on, we got a viewer right there.
Here.
I watch you every morning, man.
Hey, appreciate you, dude.
I do roofing sounds, and I was like, dude, one day I'm gonna see this guy.
Hey, here you go, man.
So awesome.
Can you guess what we're talking?
Every morning.
We're live right now in my truck, and you're on camera.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Yeah, dude.
Can you guess what we're talking about?
Epic Universe.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Take it.
Wait for it to open too.
Take it easy, dude. Yep.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Aw.
That happens a lot. I don't mean to say it, but as Ron Burgundy would say, Results One is a big deal. Not me, but the truck is, and people are like, "Hey," all the time. So, like you were saying.
Okay, I think
what excites you, Haley? Because everything excites me about this.
I'm the type of person that likes to embrace attention to detail.
Okay.
And when I've been listening, what I've been reading about is, all these worlds are connected by the portals in Epic Universe. I think the portals is what I'm excited about most. Is they really
look at that.
Yeah, they
and
really
it just winds in and out.
And from what I've heard, from what I've read, you know, these portals, they really want each and every guest to have that transformational moment going from.
So okay, explain portal to me though for a second, because in my mind, and if I'm right, I'm gonna be excited. Is it from each land you have to walk through a portal, and then suddenly you feel you're somewhere where you were not just, and their goal is to make that as real as possible.
Yep.
That's going to be intense.
Yep. And every portal has a very detailed entrance.
Okay.
And even has inscription above the archway, like for How to Train Your Dragon. It's, we have dragons, you know, a big quote from the movie.
Okay.
In Dark Universe, the script above it is, "It's alive, it's alive." So that one I think I'm the most giddy about, because there's going to be so much electricity in fact with that, because obviously, you know, you're talking all the Dark Universe, classic Universal monsters. So that one, and then seeing that at night. Oh, and again, that's another area I'm super excited about, is seeing all this at night.
It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing.
Like the lights and the color scheme in Celestial Park sound amazing. Oh,
so we are now going to be headed south here along. We are southbound along Universal, and we're coming up on Icon Park. So we're going to be now north of where Epic is, because the theme park, technically to our left right now, or to the east of the roadway, is Lockheed property. We pass Icon Park, and then suddenly you start to see some transformation way beyond Topgolf out there. Why do you think they chose this part of town? I know I'm slipping a few things on you here, but I love your opinion on our theme parks, because they come from such a real perspective.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely think they're all trying to incorporate the transportation, you know, really develop this thoroughfare. You know, one day I know they've always wanted to really develop Sunrail to connect with, you have the convention center.
Right.
And Icon Park is really up and coming. I mean, we're going to go past when they're going to, the new theater for Blue Man Group, which, by the way, opens in April.
I know. And it's going to be great.
You know, the Epic, I mean, you were at the groundbreaking.
Yes, I was.
In whatever it was, September, I think it was. And they talked about, you know, hey, we're right next door to Epic Universe. You know, they absolutely are going to capitalize on that.
Well, even before we got in the truck earlier, we were talking about how, you know, Universal is sometimes considered a day of park.
Yes.
And keeping it close to iDrive, the hotels are already here.
Yep.
The fact that this is almost, it's their backyard.
Yes.
iDrive technically belongs to Universal.
Absolutely.
And let's be real. We don't work for them, so we can kind of offer our opinion. Disney Springs obviously belongs to Disney, so they have their entertainment districts, and I think they're really capitalizing on it.
Yes. And, you know, I was listening to some podcasts, and one thing that really stuck out to me was one of the creative team members was saying, this is going to be one entire destination. Now, yes, there's going to be, again, point A to point B with these routes, but yeah, and that kind of struck me, because going back to those multi-day ticket packages, you know, you can have either a 2, 3, or 4 park option, and you have to include, you know, a day of Universal Studios or Islands of Adventure. So
one of their legacy parks.
Yes. And, you know, one thing that, yes, they always kind of lacked compared to Disney.
Right.
They want people to stay. They want people to enjoy multiple days there.
Is that, you think, why we've seen a boost and a boom in their hotels and resorts?
Absolutely.
Because it's not just this out... Because I'll say it, because I've lived here my entire life. Growing up here, it was expensive to stay at Portofino or Lowe's, because that was a high-end hotel. To me, that's a high-end hotel. That's even for me now, if I'm traveling, those names are upper-end hotels that the wife and I are going to stay at. When, I can still stay at the resort, but I don't have that option if there's not that medium level, because they didn't treat it like that. Now, these hotels look like you're in an AI program.
Yeah.
You feel so... like, I'm looking at this building as we're approaching it.
Yes.
And it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Like, it's just stunning.
Yeah. Which last time I had my sister hotels mixed up. So this one is the Stella Luna.
This one right here that we're rolling up on.
Yeah.
Stella Luna, give you a good shot here.
Yeah.
Sun is shining. You can see the colors of this thing.
Yeah.
It is just beautiful out here.
Yeah, and then the one just beyond, that's the, I'm sorry, Terra Luna, and then the Stella Nova is next door.
Come on, Haley.
Sorry.
Come on,
Star
Haley.
and Moon. I gotta remember.
So this one right here is what?
Is the Terra Luna.
The Terra Luna.
And then
right
the Stella
here.
Nova is the one next to it. And then, yes, the Stella Nova is the one that opens in February. So
this is a lot of construction still taking place out here. But it does look like it's the final stages, Haley. Like looking at the road transportation side, it looks like they're just putting the final markings on the road, ready to clean things up.
Yes.
A lot of apartments too. So if you want to live out by the attractions, that's always available for you. So what I'm gonna do is try to take you over here to Destination Parkway.
Yes.
We'll head east on Destination because you're saying Epic Boulevard?
There's Epic Boulevard,
Epic Boulevard is out here.
Yes.
And this would be ultimately the main entrance to the park.
Yes.
If you're commuting by car, which I want to talk to you about because we did speak about that as well.
Yes.
About like the whole parking situation. Last time we talked, you and I really took a dive into how they're putting that roundabout, the circle up there. They're adding specific travel lanes just for their vehicles right there, so that their shuttles don't get disrupted and things like that.
Yes.
Can we expect that if I woke up one day, I want to spend one day at Epic Universe, I want to go hang out at Nintendo Land, I can just drive up to Epic and do this?
Yes, essentially you can. Yes. So there is going through, well, hopefully we connect and see, get a closer look, but yes, off of Destination Parkway there is an entrance, dedicated entrance to the traffic, and and this is what I think this is the bus depot that we're looking at here,
where you can get picked up and dropped
those
off.
Look like
overhangs and stuff like.
Yes, so we are real close to this area, but yeah, I mean, we were looking at footage of I know we're coming up on, I think I'm going off of what I was trying to remember with our footage taken yesterday.
That's a huge parking lot.
Yes. Oh, yes, and up there, that's like the toll plaza. So
there's obvious proof that they have plans for something.
Yes.
And that's not just going to be an employee parking lot. Let's be real.
Correct. Yeah. No, they haven't given away details on how many spaces or what the parking icons are going to be, because there's always has to be a theme.
Oh, yes, I grew up on King Kong section.
Yes,
absolutely.
We love those at the Universal.
Do you think they're going to be updated?
With
like modern kind of stuff like that?
I would think they have to be.
Mario, Luigi,
absolutely. Dracula, Frankenstein, Toothless.
I cannot wait.
Absolutely.
That would be one cool thing if I could go back in time right now and to be like, I'm going to say it so my people out there, my theme park people know what I'm talking about. I could be best friends with Dracula. I would be best friends with my people.
Absolutely.
It'd be so much fun to go and do that. So I think what we're coming up on right here is Epic Boulevard.
Yep. So I don't know if we can. Oh, it doesn't.
It looks open, guys.
It does. Look at that.
I think we're going to take a nice drive on Epic.
I'm going to take a picture of this.
Because
I want to get that sign. I just want to see that
Here
sign.
we are. So we are making the very first drive right now. Let's take it full. Right here as we make our way into Epic Boulevard from Destination Park right here. This is the first time it's been open. Things look good. So they have some signs already up. So trade parking, Trailer City, and then different gates and stuff like that. Roundabout.
We'll roundabout. Yeah.
Wait for our guy to go through. And we're just going to keep on cruising to see how far we can get in here.
Where we can go.
I see a roller coaster, and it looks amazing.
Yeah. Stardust Racers. That looks, that one is at night again. I can't wait to see that at night.
That was probably the most beautifully structured roundabout I've ever been around. I know the traffic nerd in me just came out. But
do it again.
So here we go. We're coming up now on Parking P, and that's actually a permanently labeled road. So we're going to be able to Haley, we're getting in.
I can't. I wasn't sure.
We are going in this place
because I'm always reserved. You know, I always say expect disappointment.
Right.
So, but I am amazed, like how open it is. And yeah, so here's the parking area. That's going to be the main lot.
Okay.
So yeah, that again the bus depot that we just saw.
Yep, where that's right off to our side here.
Yep. So.
We are in this place.
And then straight ahead, this is Super Nintendo World. So, oh my God, thank you. This is
valet parking and bus parking to the right.
Oh yeah, there we go. That was the bus parking again. So, ooh, what are they putting on? We see that crane right there. What are they putting on in Super Nintendo World?
I don't know.
Is it one of those clouds in Super Nintendo?
Yeah, that would be cool.
Like,
so this is Stella Nova Way right here, and I think this is where I'm gonna stop because we're gonna go to construction zone at this
safe.
point.
Yeah.
And
hey,
a nice little turn.
I am very pleased at how far
I think we're gonna go this way.
Yeah. So again, we're behind Super Nintendo World, Donkey Kong Country.
So this is Stella Nova.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. I'm obsessed with this color.
Yeah. Yeah.
Haley, we got really close and personal in this place. All right. So let's head back out of there. So seeing this put together, I don't think a lot of people, like, I worked this area for a couple of years. This would be called PAT 3, Patrol Zone 3. And none of this was here. This was all just grass.
Wow.
You'd cut through Destination Parkway to get from John Young to Universal Boulevard if you had to quickly. And
sorry, real quick.
Yeah,
What's straight ahead of us, that's the Kronos. That's going to be the main entrance to the park. So that's the first time I've kind of seen it in person too. And then off to the right, that's the that's How to Train Your Dragon, Isle of Berk.
Okay.
The main island with the map. Yeah. So.
It looks so detailed.
Yeah.
Look at everything on that. It just looks... These towers everywhere. So what do you think that is right there?
So right behind it, that's Donkey Kong Country. So we're looking at Minecart Madness right here.
So that gold tower.
Yes. So Donkey Kong fans out there, that's going to be the roller coaster mimicking the mine cars and jumping the track. So
too cool. So if you guys are watching that right now, Thomas just threw up what Sky 6 saw yesterday. We're showing you what it looks like from the ground out here right now. And that looks like a blast.
Yeah. And I specifically asked for Sky 6 to look over Super Nintendo World yesterday.
Look how nice that is.
Yes, because on December 11th, Universal Japan is opening its Donkey Kong Country. So that's going to be...
We're going to be able to almost see
exactly
what we're talking about.
Like, what can we expect here? So
this is definitely a parking lot, Haley. 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Is going to be some type of parking area. Looks like a pretty good size lot.
Yeah, it's this is something I wanted to see in person to get a scope.
And you're definitely right calling those overhangs. Those are definitely going to be bus pickup areas.
Yeah. So, but, you know, as we were going back to the whole conversation of, again, Universal, they're trying to make this an entire destination and wanting people to stay, spend multiple days, you know, in their vacation. So I'm thinking that, again, if you're planning on going to Epic Universe in the opening weeks, whatever,
which you are,
you may have to think about, like, is it more worthwhile to park at the main location in the parking garages? You never know, because we were talking about...
Because what happens if you go to Epic in the morning?
Yeah.
And then you end up at Universal or Islands in the afternoon. You're closer to your car anyway.
Yeah.
Park there, bus over. I'm a big shuttle guy. I like the whole... Because it's just sit back, let go, and just let them take care of everything.
Yeah. I mean, because you were here when Harry Potter Hogsmeade opened.
Yes.
And how insane that was.
Haley.
So...
Haley. I know you thought maybe Steve was exaggerating just a little bit when we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
No. I have never seen such a following of people.
Yeah.
That were so... And the attraction's not big.
Yeah.
And it was massive. So I could only imagine
what
it's going to look like now.
Yep.
when a whole land, another park is open.
Yep.
I do want to continue. I want to swing back around.
Yeah.
Because I think that will get us closer towards that roundabout.
Okay.
Or should we go back up?
Well, I was wondering too, because when we came off of Kirkman, we went right on.
If we go back over it the opposite way, let's go that way.
So I just wonder too, like, is it? Yes, consider parking situation. Consider parking at the main parking garage. You know, they really want to incorporate their buses to transport back and forth on Kirkman. So I do. I just wonder if, again, you're contemplating going.
Right.
Consider that. Because that's what you have to do with, like, you know, Volcano Bay. So, but
that is true.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's a park I have yet to visit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, no, I take that back. I've been once. It's a great theme park. I'm not here to dog anything. I just don't like the system.
Yeah.
Of, like, you tell me when to get on the ride kind of thing.
And
maybe that's changed. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, you know, I don't eat cheese because the first time I ate it because it was horrible. So I'm good. I don't need to try it again. So it's amazing, like, the detail. What you were saying earlier when you said what excites you is the attention to detail.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys get an opportunity and you're on Universal Boulevard, drive by this hotel. Because the colors, and you look at it, you're like, whoa, wait, it's very intentional.
Yep.
Very intentional.
Yep. The tiles on the outside are just so. It reminds me of a fish, you know, like all.
Yes, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
If you guys are just joining us this morning, we're going along today, and it's going to be great because we're headed to another area that's been completely redesigned. I do have Haley, one of our producers, with us here, our theme park expert, our just aficionado of all things good in Central Florida. And we're out here traveling Epic Universe area. So what does that mean? Kirkman, Sand Lake, Universal Boulevard, Destination Parkway. Even portions of John Young have been affected because of this platform. But we're looking at the changes. What was it? Maybe a month and a half. You were just in the truck with me.
It was 2 months ago.
2 months ago.
Yep.
And we saw how crazy it was on Kirkman and people were getting pushed to Carrier. We were expecting that today, and it's been completely redesigned already. So Sand Lake looks different. Kirkman now is open southbound, but you can't make the right on Carrier. So things are changing, and they're changing fast. And then Haley and I just casually, you know, just wherever the road takes us, ended up on Epic Boulevard and got to drive onto the property. I know for some of you guys, you're like, okay, cool, you guys got to drive. No, this is a big deal because it is new roadways that are opening, and it's just a new attraction, something new for us to explore.
Definitely a milestone.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then we got to see the parking lots, so we do know that that's going to be happening. And so as we've got about 5 minutes before we get up to the light, what are some fun facts about the park for those that may have living under a rock? They don't follow In the Loop, Theme Park Scoop, the newsletter that goes out, all this fun stuff. What can we expect from Epic Universe?
So this whole thing came to fruition roughly about 6 years ago. I mean, it's finally in terms of like announcing that it's happening.
Right.
So, but yeah, what is Epic Universe? It is a constellation astronomy theme that it's all connected by this one energy, and the idea is that you can jump from world to world again through these portals.
So cool.
So
gotta love brake assist. Thank you much.
So the main hub of the park, which is Celestial Park, and that's going to be one of the original world in Epic Universe.
So they're using that as the focal point.
Yes,
basically.
the focal point.
Okay.
Yes, and there's two main attractions there. There's Constellation Carousel, and then there's Stardust Racers, which is the coaster that you were admiring.
Yeah, I love a
and
good
that's
roller coaster.
Yes, and that has like I think top speeds of. This is a spec I should have looked at, but I think 60 miles an hour.
It's fast.
It's fast. It's
Yeah.
fast. It's going to be a dueling coaster. It's going to have what they call an inverted twist, where they're going to have one train above the other, but looking down, and then they're just going to flip flop. So yeah.
So each cart's on its own.
Yes.
Basically mechanism, and then it's attached to the rail.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know if that. My engineers are probably scratching there, going, "What did you say?" But she knew what I meant.
Yes.
So
yes.
awesome.
Yeah. But one thing I really like about Celestial Park is the color scheme.
Okay.
What they're going to do is when you enter Epic Universe, you're going to enter into Celestial Park, and then the very back, like centerpiece, is going to be the Helios Grand Hotel.
Whoa.
And the color scheme that they've picked out is dark blue to gold, so cold to hot.
It's gonna be powerful.
Yes. So the color scheme is leading up to, again, going from blue up to the gold of Helios Grand Hotel. And what is Helios? He's the god of the sun. So you have the sun.
Boom!
I love that detail.
No, this is, and that's
amazing?
the cool thing about integrating this.
Yes.
And the idea, this park makes me think like it's just, you're on a different timeline.
Mm-hmm.
You're somewhere else.
Yeah. Yes.
You're not at the theme park, which is kind of cool. So we're showing up at the intersection that Haley wanted us to get back out here to check out.
Yeah.
So this is Sand Lake and Universal Boulevard. Green light. We're going to head east here along Sand Lake, and just let's see what happens. See what the new pattern looks like. This has recently been shut down. It just opened up on my map actually yesterday. So you can see here still a lot of heavy construction.
Yeah.
They do have temporary lights up currently. There is an exit that you can exit to Lockheed down there. I'm going to stop here. That guy is not. Yeah, he barely made it there, playa. So these are temporary traffic signals. And you can see because a gust of wind would take these things down. But they are in place, obviously, to keep the flow of traffic. But guys, this is going to look completely different than what it did before. This is just recently open. Last time Haley and I were out here, this was not open. You had to get off on the side roads, follow all the detours, bump around a little bit. But to give you reference where we're at, Lockheed is that building off to the right-hand side right there. The kind of the silhouette there, that's Lockheed Martin. So we're facing eastbound coming up on Kirkman. The exit is kind of a dirt road, Haley.
Yeah,
If you wanted to exit right now, that's that big lane that's right there in front of us. A little weird, but that just shows you have to pay super attention when you're coming through here because, listen, it's not only under construction, but you got people coming out here that want to go to Universal and hang out at the theme parks. So this was also redesigned, too, in support of the new traffic pattern that's coming out.
Yeah, the Kirkman Road.
Yeah,
section.
so we'll continue here, switch to the good camera. And it looks like it's going to be, ultimately, this looks like we're driving in the opposite lanes because I think that will expand out.
Yep.
It will be very nice.
I'm just thinking about, again, seeing this at night, especially Helios Grand.
Off into the distance. It's going to look crazy.
I mean.
So here's where you wanted to go.
Yes.
So this is the traffic light, and then we made a right here from here earlier. Now we're pretending we're making a left here, and you can see, look at that, straight out to the side. And that is it's the big roundabout out there, guys.
Oh yeah.
Way out there.
The one that.
No, that's
the elevated.
Yes.
But yes, you're right. No, it is down that way, the elevated traffic circle. Yes.
Yep.
Which we were really highlighting last time.
I cannot wait to drive that for the first time.
Yeah.
I'm sure the city of Orlando is not overly excited about it. At least their traffic units are probably like, oh, great. So this is just private business, right?
Correct.
This does not have anything to do with the new area.
Yeah.
But looking out into the distance out there, even on the skyline, you could see the new coaster still out there. So this hotel, what is that hotel that you're saying?
The Helios Grand Hotel.
What's the theme of that?
It's going to be Mediterranean meets, again, constellation, keeping with the Epic
everything's
Universe
got a
theme.
constellation theme to it?
Yes.
Okay.
And
so very mystic.
And then the top portion of that whole building is going to be a bar that overlooks the park. And that dome, again, inside it's going to be a whole bunch of, again, the stars and, celestial
cool.
theme. Yeah. So, and one thing that is interesting about that hotel is that really I can only think of it at the point that it's unique in the fact that the park itself is an amenity. Like if you're staying at that,
say that again.
The park itself is an amenity for Helios Grand because if you're staying there, you just go down to a lobby. And then you go through the turnstiles and security, and then
you're there.
You're in the park. Like, what park has that here? I mean, direct. You step out and you are in. You can't get more convenient.
So you don't have to worry about transportation.
Nope.
You don't have to worry where your car's at.
Yeah. Again, thinking about how Universal really wants
thinking this one through
to improve staying, having people stay and have a week-long vacation.
Well, as a consumer of local product and a consumer of theme parks, you know I travel. It's like, I do think finally we are getting back to the customer experience, the consumer experience. People are willing to maybe wait an extra few minutes to walk somewhere, or as long as it looks nice. It's the grass is cut. There's a fan on my route. The walls are a certain color. Like, I think we're going into, and I know this sounds crazy to someone at home, or maybe not, but like, there is a psyche behind a lot of this that I think Universal is maybe catching on to.
Yeah.
That it's like, all right, look, if we make it a little easier for our guests, they're actually going to wait a couple of minutes longer for a shuttle to get them to another park. Kind of thing.
Yep.
I'll wait.
Yeah.
If it's going to be a cool.
Yeah.
You're talking constellation theme. There's so much technology that they can do. It's simple to make that experience really cool.
Yep.
I think they kind of figured it out. So we're going to go for just a couple of more minutes. I want to head westbound on Sand Lake and then exit at Kirkman. So we've got that footage too, so we can check that out. And I think then we've got everything.
We covered a lot of ground.
And there's so much more because we could keep talking because we do still have more time.
Yeah.
So that route, specifically that elevated traffic circle, is, and I should know this answer, but I don't, is that roadway public roadway? Is that going to be park access only travel up on that road? Or is it going to be basically like how we just did? We can cut through the hotels and stuff like that, because I have not been able to understand that portion of it.
It will be public because, as far as I know, it's going to help manage, again, incorporating Lockheed Martin, UCF extension that they have over there.
Okay.
So, yes, that's, again,
I think that's something to be applauded.
Yes, absolutely. And that is one thing that Universal has really highlighted was, touching upon the community with, having the affordable housing, Catchlight Crossings that, Justin Warmoth has highlighted with his Boomtown series.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, it will be. It will be, not just the park, but, they wanted to help manage the surroundings.
And I think some people need to think, oh, well, they should be doing that. Well, they don't have to. And when they do, take it in mind, one, it looks cool. They are ultimately building traffic assistance for us. That's going to be a landmark. Let's be real. That picture of that circle is going to be on postcards.
Yes.
It's going to be, someone's going to put it on a wall mural somewhere. Or it's going to just become an icon of some type. And at the same time, they thought, all right, we're splitting this park. We're going to have to put shuttles in. Obviously, we're going to mess up other roadways. Why not fix other roadways while we're doing it? And as like a guy that will, Haley, you know me, I'll talk smack so fast about people who don't make the right decisions. Especially when it comes to like, let's put a building there, but keep it 2 lanes. And it's like, no, we got to think about transportation too, because it affects the residents. And then I didn't even know really about the affordable housing until I saw Justin's story. And it's like, that is really cool because at the end of the day, their employees are going to live local. So they got to be able to afford it.
And then someday they want to incorporate the Sunrail that stops at the convention center.
Sunrail coming out here would be amazing. That'd be really cool.
So,
All right, I'm going to move into the right lane here.
I knew I'd be excited, obviously. I mean, doesn't take much for me to get in the car and come down here, but
no, I'm all about it. You know that.
I didn't realize that, seeing it firsthand, that the extension was open and the new traffic pattern. I was like, what?
So let's see.
We
have everything here. Then it's a hard exit to go onto Kirkman. So you can now exit to Kirkman here, but it's on the top overpass.
That's a good thing to know.
Signs are posted, but you have to pay attention. As you exit here, it's a tight roadway. It's It's very narrow, so be careful. You don't want to speed through here. But it's now officially open.
Yes.
There is now officially a travel lane here. So technically, I can say north and southbound Kirkman at Sand Lake is back open. However, I'll say the caveat. At night, there's a good chance each night for about 9 to midnight-ish, if not past, you can see closures out here while they do construction.
Oh, yeah.
So you got to make sure that you're cautious of that. That's a good plug for me to just tell you. Make sure you tune in to the evening news because I give you your traffic alerts and stuff. So
yes, absolutely.
But this is cool because earlier, before we took off, last time Haley and I were out here, we were right here at this intersection, and off to my left, that's Carrier. Carrier was was open. Now it's closed. So things are forever changing. Changing fast.
Yeah, that was definitely striking when I'm like, wait a minute. Like, you can't go that way.
Yeah, kind of new.
Yeah.
Awesome. Haley, where can they find all your information at?
So you can always look at the theme park section on clickorlando.com/themeparks. However, every Friday, just about, if I'm not off, I always put together the In the Loop Theme Park Scoop newsletter, and clickorlando.com/newsletters. You can subscribe right there. But yes, we're looking at the theme park page. But if you want just a one-stop shop every day, just to get your nuts and bolts of what is happening in the week of theme parks, right there. Yep, In the Loop Theme Park Scoop. Just subscribe.
Awesome, guys. Haley, thank you for hopping in the truck with me.
Thank you.
Always fun to see how things are changing out here.
Yeah.
Because then it gets some of you guys that are watching right now to actually pay attention when I'm saying, hey, Kirkman's closed.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It was open yesterday. Doesn't mean it's not closed today.
Yes.
So this is growing. We are 6 months away from a new theme park here in Central Florida.
And I think we should definitely come out here early next year when the first sister hotel opens. So that'll be early next year. So
do you get a sneak peek for that?
I have not heard, but I hope so. I would hope so.
Hey, Universal, my girl needs a night at the sneak peek over there. So she needs to be able to talk about this experience.
Yeah.
And then I need to be able to pick her up in the valet in the truck so she can get the full experience. So Haley, thank you. You guys drive safely, please, and tune in for more because this is ever changing out here. You guys have an amazing day.